Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with my lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that do this work in truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying and to the point. And I'm going to entitle this lesson, Iran rumors become reality. And it's pertaining to, the conflict in the Middle East. As everybody knows. And DJ Trump, had made the comment, that basically a whole civilization, will die, within a certain window of time, which he hasn't done yet. But they've also said that they were going to give mixed signals, and exactly what they're going to do. So, time tells all things, about how this thing is going to unfold and how really the Lord, is going to play on the minds of these kings to do his will, because contrary to popular belief, the Lord controls, the kings of the earth by way of the angels, and basically the Heavenly Father have made the king's heart harden, and Trump is a very prideful king. The scriptures speak about how pride goes before destruction. The scriptures also speak about how because of their pride, their city shall be destroyed. Because, so is the king, so is his people. Roughly paraphrasing, another scripture. But again, man, the Lord has basically made, DJ Trump's heart hardened, man. Because this is the modern day Egypt. And the Lord is doing all of this, basically to bring judgment, to Babylon the Great, aka America, and bring judgment upon the Edomites, man, and the other nations. So let me grab this real quick. This is Exodus chapter 14, verse 4. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them. And I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his host, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord Yahweh. And they did so. So the Lord is basically, hardening, modern day Pharaoh's heart, man, which is DJ Trump, man. He's hardening the president's heart, to not call off this war, man. Because ultimately, who's pulling the strings of Trump is these elites, man. And they want to ultimately, crash this economy, and bring forth their agenda, which is the new world order, which is going to be followed by, the RFID chip, and a social credit system, and a universal basic income. That's the goal of the elites, man. And the Lord is puffing up this man, and these Edomites and the higher ups, the small hats, into believing that they can fulfill their agenda. Also, the glory of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai can be risen in the earth, man. The Lord is the one who is basically stirring up the minds of these kings of the earth, to go to war, World War III, so he can make his return. Let me get this real quick, because Trump, man, he doesn't care about the people. Well, let me get this before I get that. Let me get this real quick. This is Isaiah 19:4. And it says, and the Egyptians will I give over unto the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts. The righteous considered the cause of the poor, but the wicked regarded not to know it, man. And, basically these Americans, man, they're suffering. All right, everybody's feeling the squeeze. All right, and the squeeze is going to get a lot more tighter. All right, more and more that we get closer, all right, to the day of the Lord, man. As these days go on, all right, it seems like it's always, all right, an event, always something going on. All right, and as brothers always say, all right, there's years where, there's decades where nothing happens, and then there's times where decades happen within weeks. All right, and we've been seeing those events play out throughout the earth because the Spirit of the Lord, again, is in the earth, man. All right, he's disregarding, all right, DJ Trump, the president, he's disregarding, all right, the cares, all right, of their citizens, man. All right, he's disregarding the cares of the citizens, man. All right, here it is that we have high gas prices, high food prices, all right, a terrible healthcare system, terrible roads, okay, no real cure for anything, all right. The list goes on, man, all right. And the scriptures say that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, man. And everybody's mourning, all right. Everybody's on edge, all right. Every time I get on social media, there's somebody crashing out. All right, somebody's road raging or shootout or a fight or whatever the case may be, man. Because the earth, all right, is in a depressed state of mind. All right, the people and nature itself, even nature is ass backwards. All right, the whole ecosystem is completely flipped upside down as well. Messed up weather. All right, allergies. All right, because there's an imbalance in nature. All right, all kind of things, man. All right, so this man, all right, Esau Edom has to be taken out of rulership. He has to be taken out of, all right, the throne. He has to be taken off, man, because there's no way that you can have a righteous king and the wicked ruling at the same time. Which is why the scriptures speak about how when the Lord comes back, all right, he's going to have many crowns on his head. All right. But let's continue. All right. Let's go here. All right. This is Mark chapter 13, verse 7. And it says, and then ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Be ye not troubled, for such things must need be, but the end shall not be yet. All right, so even though we hear, all right, of these rumors of war, the end is not just yet. Okay, there still has other prophecies. There's still other prophecies that need to come to pass. All right, the MOTB has not been implemented just yet, but looking at the way that prophecy is unfolding, it seems like everything is gonna pretty much, happen simultaneously, man. All right, and that's just me speaking as a man, but we're yet to see how the Lord really has things play out in the earth. All right, but we know that these rumors of war is gonna lead up, all right, to World War III ultimately. And it says, for nation shall rise against nation. Shalakia, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows, man. And nation shall rise against nation. All right, you have a situation where, all right, Trump asked for backing, all right, with the whole situation with Iran. But basically the UN basically told him no, man. The United Nations was like, no, we're not going to help you in this unhumanitarian war that you've started, man. All right, you out there on your own. All right, because basically they want them to, fall back on it, man. But DJ Trump, man, he's a prideful man. So, these things are going to continue till he gets his way. All right, the scriptures talk about how he's an unsatisfied man. So, he's not going to stop, all right, until his belly is full. It says again, verse 8, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and speak a little bit more on that before I move on to the next point. Ultimately, the same way that you see, United Nations, all right, the EU is not backing America, all right, with this war, all right, it's the same way you're going to see them come up against America, all right, pertaining to prophecy, all right, when the scriptures speak about the beast shall hate the whore, all right, and we can see that through prophecy that it's moving in that direction, all right. You see that the tab is being brought up, all right, on Esau, Edom, in America, to the point to where these people cannot be trusted by the other nations, all right. The shit, Esau has broken over 500 plus treaties with the Native Americans, all right. Now here it is that he has these agreements with the other nations, and they're seeing the way that this guy is conducting himself, all right, and they see that this man can't be trusted, man. All right, one thing that Esau likes to push here is your credit score. Well, guess what? Esau has a very bad credit score on loyalty, all right, and holding up to his end of the bargain, man. All right. So, it's working against him, man. All right. And this is going to lead up to World War III. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 13, Isaiah 13 and 4. And it says, the noise of the multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the hosts of the battle. So, the Lord is basically working on the minds of these other nations to rise up, all right, against America, man, because America's been nothing but a bully, man. All right, and things don't really go well for bullies, man. All right, in my experience. You know what I mean? All the bullies that I've ever seen, all right, they've always gotten their issue, man. All right, people who take their power and abuse it, all right, it doesn't work well for them in the end, man. All right, it always comes to bite them in the behind. All right, so you see these nations, man, now that they have a one-up on America, they're gonna use it to their benefit, man. All right, so this is the Lord again, man. All right, working on the minds of these other nations, all right, to get this war popping off, all right, which is going to end in nuclear hellfire, all right. And it says, verse 5, I can go ahead and read that as well. It says, they come from a far country, from the end of the heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land. All right, and the indignation of the Lord means that it's his righteous anger, man. All right, because the scriptures say that this place, all right, it holds no mercy. All right, matter of fact, let me just get it. All right, this is Hosea chapter 4 verse 1. And it says, hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. All right, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land. And there's no knowledge, all right, of the Lord in the land, man. All right, all these people, man. All right, these people that rule, should I say, America, man, they promote everything that's contrary to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, they promote sodomy, they promote adultery. All right, you see it and you hear it. All right, in their music and their movies. All right, murdering and killing. All right, so there's order that needs to be established back in the earth, man. All right, again, Hosea chapter 4 verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land. And that's why the Lord must come to destroy it, man. All right, and rightfully so, he should. All right, as the scriptures say, all right, the righteous seek it, all right, for a kingdom to come, man. All right, because what, there's nothing for us here, man. All right, so let me grab this one last one. I'm gonna go ahead and end it on out. All right, this is Zechariah chapter 3 verse 8, and it says, therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination, all right, the Lord is his determination, all right, to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them by indignation, righteous anger, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with fire of my jealousy, man. That's by way of those nukes, man. All right, America's going to be destroyed, all right, by thermonuclear fire, man. That said the Bible. So, man, these are just things to come. All right, Trump, all right, is talking about deploying, all right, troops over there in the Middle East, all right, which, all right, Iran already done spoke about it. They said that they've been waiting years, all right, for this very moment, all right, and their troops are not like, all right, these American troops, man, which are a bunch of sissy boys, man, soft, all right. There was a recent video that went viral of a military, I forgot what branch he was in, but you know, he was a femboy, and he was putting on makeup, and this guy's in the military, man. Like, come on, man, it's finished, you're cooked, well done, it's over with, you know. But these other nations, all right, they've been training up since they were little men. You know, they would have been training up since they were young men, all right, so full adults. So these other nations, they're definitely built different, man. And they use, all right, strategic, different type of warfare than us, which is guerrilla warfare, which breaks down the mind first before it breaks down the body, all right. And a great example of that was the Vietnam War, all right, the different traps, all right, the you know, which really focus on small victories to break the morale of the soldiers, rather than big, killing massive amounts of people, man. All right, so you know, time will tell, again, like I said, how these things fold out. All right, and you know, we're just to sit back and watch and see how prophecy unfolds. But Lord willing, this video was edifying. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the Akim that do this work in truth and sincerity. Until the next time, I say shalom.